Now, David Ndii is under round-the-clock surveillance by the intelligence community. Yes. By the way, welcome to this part 3. This man is under constant surveillance. Okay, you're keeping a watch on his house. You know where he is every minute, every second. However, you decide not to arrest him in Nairobi, but to wait for him to go all the way to Diani. Yes, South Coast, Mombasa. And you choose to arrest him on a Sunday. Isn't that strange? Why a Sunday? Why not a weekday? Very strange, don't you think? Well, we'll try and unpack that mystery. But one more thing. Kenyans are very puzzled because these political arrests, I'll just call them political arrests, yeah, are not done by one police officer. Okay? In the old days, the special branch used to do very quiet arrests. Yes? I was once arrested by the special branch for political reasons, of course, not criminal. Yeah, and it's just one officer who came, and he said, "Can we step out and have a small discussion?" Yeah, that's how it was done in those days. Now, these days, how is it done? Police with big guns, goons. Yeah, 7 policemen, intimidating policemen. Yeah, came to arrest Dr. David Ndii. Yeah. And they were armed to the teeth. This is how you arrest a very dangerous criminal, yeah, who can exchange fire with the police. So it means that according to the government, David Ndii is very dangerous. Yes, we would have probably heard of a shootout between Dr. David Ndii and the flying squad before he was arrested. Now, sincerely, honestly, what is the game here? Yeah, there's a very tiny, small girl blogger called Kshs, based in Kisii. She was also arrested by the flying squad. Yeah, several goons with the big guns, AK-47s. Yeah, looking very serious. Some of them with the bloodshot eyes. I think they were expecting the same, that this small girl would whip out a gun from somewhere. Yeah, an assault rifle, and start returning fire at the police. Yeah, if they didn't take the necessary precautions. Little wonder that Mrs. Ndii, aka Mwende Gatabaki, was very concerned. Yeah? Same heavily armed goons invade her bedroom and her privacy, start searching through her private clothing, you know, personal ladies' clothing. Undies, underwear, panties, you know, thrown out of a suitcase, you know. And she was smart. When they asked her to remove those things, she said, "No. How? You're the ones who know what you're searching for. Search." Gosh, what's Kenya coming to? And then to make matters worse, it's like nobody had thought the whole thing through. Because 2 of the officers step out and have a bit of a discussion. Then probably in the discussion they say, "Now what do we do next? Si lazima huyu mtu akona computer. Uliza computer." So they come in and they come back in and they say, "Where's the laptop?" Now I'll tell you something. In the old days, yes, there was very draconian. You would disappear. Yes, the law was not on your side. You know, there was no beautiful constitution like the current constitution. But the special branch were very organized. Yeah, if they came for you, they were there were no afterthoughts. They were extremely organized. They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly what they would ask you. They would not need to step out of the room to discuss before they see the next move. Yeah. So when Mwende Gatabaki said there's no professionalism here, mark my words, the lady knew what she was talking about. Yeah. These are people, they're operating like goons, a gang out of Kayole or something. I'm sorry, but that's the image gotten from the way these people operated. And that's not all. I need to give you a bit of background history. Yeah, there are a few privileges of being the son of a cop. Now, this thing called Flying Squad. Okay? Now, the Flying Squad was formed to deal with hardened criminals. Okay? Now, the brief of the Flying Squad initially, and still is, yes, is to deal with hardened criminals. Now, the way they deal with these criminals is not by arresting them and taking them to court. Now, for this information, you have to overtrust me, because not only am I the son of a cop, but I have a relative who was in the initial flying squad. A relative, very close relative to my late dad. And I can tell you something else. He didn't get into the police courtesy of my dad, I can assure you. Because when he went to my dad and said, can you assist me to get me into the police force? Well, those of you who have been listening to this channel long enough know what kind of response you'd have gotten. Yeah? I don't employ people in the police force. Yeah, go and line up just like everybody else. Yes? And the man was determined, and somehow he got into the police force. Yeah? Through his own influence. Anyway, this officer ended up, this relative of mine ended up in the flying squad. And the instructions of the flying squad were very simple. Yeah? They were not to arrest. They were to execute. Yeah? Judge, jury. Yeah? I'm of course talking about extrajudicial killings. Yes. That time criminals had gone overboard. They had started using automatic weapons. At that time the police was still using the old G3s. And it all happened so suddenly. The police suddenly found that they were overpowered by criminals. So the flying squad was formed. Yeah? So this guy here, they are criminals somewhere. They arrive and they just mow down the whole gang. Hakuna kupeleka kotini. So how the flying squad still exists with the 2010 constitution supposedly in place is a question that Kenyans should ask. It should be a matter of major debate. Yeah, before you even come into the situation where you actually need the flying squad to arrest an economist. Yeah, when actually you'd have just sent one officer down to Mombasa. One. If you needed reinforcements, you'd have gotten them from a local police station. Yeah, one officer was enough. Why waste taxpayers' money? So many officers, transportation for them, of course they were eating, you know. Ama you wanted a free holiday for your officers in Mombasa as they do their work. Anyway, see you in the next episode. This is Kumekucha.